Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Today I want to explain about equivalent uniform annual cost to fulfill my engineering economics assessment. First one, we have to know about what is equivalent uniform annual cost. EUAC or equivalent uniform annual cost is a cost that issued by the company for each year or month, or in other words, the cost incurred every year. In equivalent uniform annual cost, we have to see about two types of this equivalent uniform. First is EUAC and the second is EUAB. EUAC or equivalent uniform annual of cost is cash flow that only have cash out component, while EUAB is equivalent uniform annual benefit is relating to benefit. So we can say that the differences between these two types is if calculation relating to cost, we call as equivalent uniform annual cost or EUAC. And if calculation relating to benefit, we call as EUAB or equivalent uniform annual benefit. The next slide is about criteria of EUAC or EUAB. There is three categories of this part. First is fixed input, the second is fixed output, and the last one is neither input or output fixed. First category is fixed input. Fixed input is capital or fixed resources. For example, an engineering manager has a budget of 10 million for treatment machines. In this category, the annual cost criterion is maximizing EUAB. The second category is fixed output. In the fixed output, the target to be achieved is fixed. Suppose a contractor has priced the contract with a fixed cost for repairing a factory. In fixed output, annual cost criterion is maximizing EUAC. And the last category is neither input or output fixed. In neither input or output fixed, the capital and targets are uncertain or not fixed. For example, is a company does work beyond its ability, so that additional costs are required, including overtime, in order to achieve the agreed standard. In this category, the annual cost criterion is maximizing the risk we can get from EUAB minus EUAC. Okay, for the next is example of EUAC. There is two types of heat exchanger, one to be compared to the cost of their use in the chemical industry certain. Type Y have cost 8,400,000 with a technical life of 6 years and a final value of 0, and the operating cost every year is 1,700,000. Cost of type Z is 10,800,000 with a technical life of 9 years. The final cost and operating cost each year is 1,500,000. If type Z is chosen, then there is an extra tax estimated at 200,000 per year. Compare the EUAC of the two types of heat exchanger with the I after 16 tax. The answer of this problem is, first is answer 1 as alternative 1. In this alternative, we have to make diagram for EUACY and diagram for EUACZ. In the x-axis, we can see that the daily technical life of EUACY and EUACZ. The EUACY is start from 0 until 6. While in EUACZ start from 0 until 9. The settlement of EUACY is 8,400,000 as cost of Y multiple A per P, 16%, 6 plus 1,700,000 as operating cost. And the final result of this EUACY is 3,980,000. While In EUACZ, we can see the settlement is 8,400,000 as cost of Y. I'm sorry, cost of Z, I mean 10,800,000 multiple A per B, 16%, 9 plus 1,700,000 as operating costs. And the final result of this EUAC is 4,044,000. And then we can make a second alternative of this problem. Calculation of alternative 1 are called calculation implicitly. Another way is by way of explicit, there is using the smallest common multiples of 6 and 9 as comparison. The method is as follows that we can see on the screen. In EUACY and EUACZ, we can see that have the same value, the same final result with alternative 1 before. There is for EUACY, I mean, is 3,980,000, and for EUACZ is 4,044,000. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention and sorry for my mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.